with Diana, say that me.
So why are you saying
me now? I don't feel vexed.
Why are you saying this?
No, Diana the attack her now. Say I don't know whether maybe she like it, maybe think say she like the fire or whatever. What the.
See, you don't know what you have to do. Most business which I
You want to tell his face?
I-L-I-K-E-Y-A-U. I-W-A-N-T.
Fair mate.
C-O-K.
Fair mate.
K-I-S.
Wait, no, start again.
I think we heard quite a bit from Gidify some episodes ago, but we haven't heard from you, Rachel. What was your perspective on how this square and how did you get dragged into it?
He would always gist me how he was trying to get with Diana, and Diana was also trying to like push him to Amaka. And me, I would tell him, "Are you mad? Like, is something wrong with you? You are trying to get on with one girl."
He was saying that he wanted to be with Diana.
Yes.
So how did you go from that to I want to kiss?
The final week before he left, we were getting really close, and that was it. And probably all those stuff was
Getting really close. When did you start having feelings?
Well, I never had feelings in the house. As at this week, I was just having fun. Like, I didn't have anything to lose. Eh?
So the garden situation with Diana,
Yes.
right? Was that the moment you started thinking maybe?
No, that wasn't it.
So what did that do to you that moment?
I was just angry. And the truth is that the only reason why I did not reply Diana that night is because I was still dealing with my own shit. So I would have responded, but I still had a lot going on for me in my head. So I just let it slide. Because I didn't think she had any right to speak to me the way that she did.
Yeah.
Yes, Ebuka?
Uh-huh. She's saying that he always told her that he liked you. Did he tell you that?
That he likes me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
At several occasions. So Gidify expressed himself, oh, I really like you, this, like, okay, let's say we had the conversation at that point. So it was a Saturday night party. We had the party. We were dressed in superhero. She was wearing Catwoman outfit, leather, simile and leather, like legging, this. I saw her in one very tricky position. You know, mind, like, I will not say I don't care. I was inside the club, I was dancing with Doing. I don't want to talk too much. It's like, you know, when you have that feeling, like, I was just checking, because even if he was dancing with Amaka, I could see him on my space. That moment, I didn't see him. Okay, fine, I didn't see Rachel. I asked Doing, I said, Doing, please, can you please escort me to the toilet? She was like, okay, yes, mon chéri, let's go. So we were in the garden, just like this, you know, just happy girls, wanted to go to the restroom. Then I met Bella and Shegs. Bella reacted like, Diana, like, I don't know, like somebody want to prevent you from something. It's not that me and Bella were close, but she was like, Diana, like, as if, okay, where are you going to this day? I was suspecting something. I said, Doing, let's go. We started to walk. I saw Rachel, it was very tricky position. I don't feel it even because of my skirt.
Where is this now?
In front of the restroom. Between the restroom and the fridge where we were having refreshment. She was just on top like this, and talking. What are you people talking in this kind of weird situation?
Were you and Gidify anything at this time?
I told you that he told me a few hours ago, I like you guys, you know, this. For me, it was more like, for me, it was like a lack of respect. You understand? I told him several times, don't disrespect me. I have my family who is watching, I have my mom who is watching. For me to follow you first.
Did you like him at this time?
Yes, you know, I started to become vulnerable.
Yeah.
You understand? Like it was cold, no phone, you know. I was a bit, so I won't lie about this. So this is how happened. So I saw them. So Doyin was like, oh, mon chéri, no. Fire started to come on my body. As I said, I'm a Bini girl. You understand? I be Weibo, but no problem. I went inside the toilet. I was like, no, I might be dreaming. I came out again. Bini fire don't disappear. Only God knows where he went to. Where he went to. The hunger that I was having at that moment, Ebuka, I was not able to hold it because I was like, okay, is it a situation that is going to show up in the next few seconds? This, and look, it don't disappear. Now only her I saw with Adekunle now. She's sitting in the trousers now, maybe for I don't know. Like I don't get it. You people were having a very interesting conversation. As soon as I came, the conversation don't end. Now plan 2, Adekunle people. I don't know if she was gisting him about what he was talking or what just happened.
Now it's so surprising how you have turned this whole situation
so straight.
around.
The hunger was too much for me. It was supposed to be for him. Unfortunately, it went to her. I apologize. I apologize again today.
Just hold the apology first, because this one that people would
apologize first of all, and secondly to fight with a guy that was involved in a squabble. I will even call it. So that's it. That's what.
So when did you apologize to her?
I apologized for the conversation after when she told me that even that day that she was like this, she was talking about me. She was telling him, oh, what you are doing to Diana is not right. This, like you have to treat her, better.
So
she was pleading she was arguing my
yeah.
case. Yes.
So you apologized then, and you're apologizing now again?
I
Because you knew you were wrong.
To go through her, I would have done that to him. First of all, I think I would have got disqualification that day because alcohol was in my body. I won't lie. For me, I know that he entered your eyes as from the first day that you entered the house. I told you. That is your point of view. No problem.
Speak for yourself.
The girl, I'm not a small girl. You understand? I know when somebody enters somebody. He entered your eyes as from day one. No problem. I told him, you and this girl, there is something, there is chemistry, and it was even. I can feel they were matching each other. They laugh for nonsense. They were the same. They were the same, Ebuka. So for me, So for me, Ebuka, at that time, it's not even I was pushing, I was like, look, you and this girl are matching each other like mad. If there is something, anything that you feel that there is a door open, just go. Because I was even seeing it like more as a serious relationship. Seeing them, as I said, I'm not an idiot like that. This relationship can work outside the house. You understand? So it was not as
was that the day your feelings for Giddy Fire died?
That day, me, Ebuka, if I feel somebody like the lack of, I've never felt unrespected in my life like that. You come and tell me a story, you like me, everybody like the whole world is watching it. 2 seconds after, you dance with Amaka in the club. Then and that day you say you're going to free her. Then after I see you with Rachel like this, then I say, Kilo de Ebuka. Kilo de.
Can I say something?
No problem. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I saw what I saw with my eyes. For me, as from day one, I was done with the character because for me, it was true. What did I see that day?
You're saying something about he entered my. The truth is that if I actually wanted you, when I entered the house, you wouldn't stand a chance. No, let's be sincere. Because you think there was chemistry. What I'm saying was simply friendship. So if I ask you, desire,
I will just give it to you, my dear. This boy entered your eyes as from day one, and I'm feeling it again. And my dear, and I'm telling you, you got him. Let me listen to you. You got him when I
feel that you are unable to do that. You don't have the guts.
It cannot happen.
have done it.
You be a good girl. Let me tell you, Bini. God cannot allow it. You understand? I put eyes for somebody who will come at the back, and your snake will get the boy. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? The boys enter your eyes from day one. You understand? You were pretending.
And then you had the guts to call me names. Because you saw me speaking with him.
Yes.
Even if I was
which game did I use at that point?
Right to you.
Which one did I use? Which one did I use that time? You were like this. What do you need to tell him?
Wait.
That
just trying to be hilarious. You're just trying to be hilarious right now.
What were you doing in that position? That is my concept.
Diana has said you were pleading her case. She's not denying that fact. You're saying you were there for a few seconds, but she's saying she saw what she saw. Whether it was you were coming out of the toilet is a whole other conversation.
But it wasn't like that.
What did you see with Diana? Is she right? Is her narrative right?
Yes, I don't remember correctly the position, but they were in a very tight corner between the fridge and the
That
toilet.
corner is by Pepsi Pizza.
Yeah,
Reason my
between the fridge and
case.
the
In front of
toilet.
the
But I
restroom.
don't remember
Where
her
everyone will
raising
see.
up her
Reason my
leg.
case.
Where everyone in front of the restroom.
No, but please.
No, you were in
Please,
between the
not
fridge
what,
and the
no, please,
door.
not what Doyin just said. Raising up her leg. I don't know why you're being
There was no
dramatic.
raising up
Like,
of the
really,
leg.
and you keep speaking
But
about
when
it.
you
Remember,
Like, you
you
keep
were
speaking
like
and reminding us
that.
about your age, and you literally are lying like this. Why didn't you just do your part?
Do which part?
Why were you hiding?
Did I tell you that I want the boy? I don't understand.
Why
Did I tell you that I want the
are you
boy?
contradicting yourself
Did I
now?
tell you that I
Why
want
are
the
you
boy?
contradicting yourself?
I said I respect. I said please respect because I was disgraced on national
Tell me your
TV.
pain. Maybe
I
by then I
was
can
disgraced on national TV. That is my pain.
That's
You know,
what.
I don't understand. Somebody come and see you, tell you, oh, I like you, this. Tomorrow you will see him go and kill somebody.
So if you don't like him, then why are you paying?
Why am I paying?
Yes.
Because I was disgraced on national
How
TV.
are you disgraced?
Because you were like this girl.
He was the one that said he wanted to be more than.
Doyin and Chizzy have moved closer together. But let's take a look at this.
That's nice, feast.
So, that was our very first, I think, ship in level 2. Kes, am I right?
You know, like,
Aha. Sakes. So, you were there, you observed everything that happened with Groovy and Beauty. And you had very strong opinions about how things evolved after Beauty left. As short and as quick as you can, explain what you saw.
like the clip we just saw was a very beautiful something. Don't know what happened. It just went sour and yeah, they moved on, I guess. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Brian. Groovy was your guy. And I use was very strongly because I don't know if was is still is.
We did. We got it. Yeah.
You guys are really cool at the time. I can see you and Beauty have been chatting as well. What did you think of that relationship at the start?
It happened kind of fast. And like it was a thing where like everybody was just in their business and everybody had like an opinion. Like I mean I had a conversation with him at the time. I was like, my guy, you need to set boundaries so that like people will not, because it was a thing of this person has something to say, I have something to say. So and then it went the way it happened. It happened the way it happened.
So this evolved into so many things, right? And let me still come back to you, Kes. And I'm asking you that because you also had strong opinions when Beauty left and things evolved with phyna. Did you talk to Groovy at the time about what you thought about the shift?
The switch was pretty swift for me. In the house, felt like it wasn't supposed to be like that because considering the situation that happened, you know. And I spoke to Groovy. I'm very sure I did, because I've always talked. So yeah, I spoke to Groovy, I spoke to phyna.
What did you tell them?
So in the house, I felt like Groovy was playing the game, you know. And I felt like he saw that phyna was strong, and it was easy for him to, you know, play that game with her.
He said a lot of things about get to that.
Yeah. So that's what I felt.
You thought he was playing a game
I thought he was playing a game. Yeah.
with phyna
Yeah, with everything.
after beauty. Okay, with the entire situation.
Everything, yeah. The way it played out. That was what
Did you tell him that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Brian, you also had a lot of opinions about how groovy moved. The views of a lot of viewers is that has affected how you guys interact even till today. Is that right?
I don't think that's why we're not close. I think like
Bro, I think that's one of the reasons we're not close.
maybe that's for you. Maybe cool. Maybe that's one of the reasons we're not close. But like I would say like one of the reasons I'm not close to a lot of people after the show was like I wanted to just like focus on my own self and like a bunch of things. So but yeah, you were not close because something happened between bro, no. But what you did in the house or what you were doing in the house, I said it to your face multiple times. You were moving like you are corny. I did tell you, I'm not afraid to say it now again. You dey move, guy, you get one or two things where they talk. You know just
At least you know,
not settle for my body.
Bro.
And I used to say it as a joke.
Brian,
And it's not, see, and when I'm saying it, wait
Brian,
now, calm down,
Brian,
calm talk now.
Wait,
at least you know that it started from that. Don't be acting like you say, oh, you don't know why we're not close. At least you know that it started from that one.
No, Allah. Kudos to you. Anyways, we are not
I
close
just want you to
because
speak up, bro. You know you don't like to
Shey you
talk.
go allow me
So I just
talk
want you to
now.
speak up.
No be fight.
No, no be fight. But
just
like, at least just say it as it is, bro.
Okay, no Allah, bro.
No,
I'm
not personal.
I'll get to you.
Bro,
You are the center of this matter, so
certificate.
we're going to get to
Okay,
you.
like
Let them say their piece and I'll come to you.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we know they fight, okay?
Talk.
Yes.
Alright.
Anyways, as I was saying, one thing I want to reiterate on was that when I was in the house, I wanted to accept that. I accepted that there are different types of people.
Yeah.
So my own view on something does not make it necessarily right. But from where I come from, and from things where I don't experience, bro, be like say you calling.
Fair enough. So if you were in that house, they relied on you a lot for tasks. You know, you were supposed to be the sharp guy but you also observed another thing. Because I remember the altercation in the room, you were very central to, being at the door and saying, yo, you are not moving from this place. What did you think of that?
In my entire life, and I'm being honest, I have never seen a relationship, love, even friends with benefits, that happened in 3 days.
Sorry, how long did Sheikh and Bella take?
We took 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And 3 weeks in that house is different. Even the
So 3 days is a lot,
in that
right?
house is a lot.
Babe, I think I lipped off like 2.5 years.
That's better. I saw or I felt that they had a thing, a real thing. You get. So when I now found out the whole groovy, phyna switch, my brain was like, first things first, girl code Rudy. That was the first thing I entered my head because I knew that phyna and beauty were at some point friends.
Beauty.
Yes, Ebuka.
So you, I heard Saif say he felt like 3 days was too quick. I mean, you guys walked into the house together, so
Yeah.
it looked like it was a beautiful story to a lot of people until things started evolving. What was that for you? Even though the relationship had been called toxic because there was a lot of, altercation between the both of you. What was that about for you, the relationship?
It was what you watched. It was what it is. It was real. It was at the time. It was real. I was being genuine from start to finish, and that's just what it was. I wasn't moving. It wasn't a game to me. I was just being me. This is how I am, even outside the house. That's how I am. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
There was a day when, I think you guys had an issue. You were sort of venting. Phyna and Amaka were telling you, this boy, this is not why you're here, sort of thing. Did you ever have moments where you heard that and felt like maybe you should have listened? Or did you feel like you were...
The biggest mistake I made was not listening. Because just sitting here, I can point out, Kes warned me, Khalid warned me, Brian told me, Saif, almost everybody in level 2 to be fair.
That what?
I should be careful. They told me to be careful.
What does be careful with?
Like just watch your partner, watch what's happening. Like open your eye, that kind.
So there's two things here. There's more than one person now who said maybe it was too early, and we have to give him the benefit of the doubt to say, I just met this girl. Are we supposed to dive into this so strongly? And there's also the fact that you guys were clashing a lot.
So
is
the
it
thing
possible
is,
that he also
I
was worried about, what you were coming for or with?
I asked him for space so many times. Like, in fact, there was this day I even said, let's just, be done with this. So go come. But see, the truth is, I didn't come here to fight with anybody. I went on a show to have an experience. That was my experience. I have moved on from it. I don't have a problem with groovy, to be very honest. I feel like I ended it on the show before I even stepped out of the house. So there's nothing. There's no talk.
I get you, but that wasn't the question.
I know,
I don't think. Let me land with the question, because this is nobody's saying anybody's fighting, right? And if you come on a show like this where something is a narrative, it's important to ask the questions that can clear up that narrative. It's not about whether you're fighting with anybody or whether you're friends or enemies. I just wanted to be clear on how you felt about that situation. Nobody said you were fighting.
Exactly what you guys watch. Like, when we talk, I was very open and very honest with him. At least to a very large extent, 100%. I always told him how I was feeling. In fact, on this particular day, I remember he left, came back, he left, came back. He was the one that said he wanted to be more than friends. He was the one that asked for a relationship. I didn't ask.
Interesting.
Yes, absolutely. He was the one that pushed to be more than friends. He pushed for a relationship. But you know what's so crazy is that the rest of the housemates, the impression he gave them was, I'm just taking it. Like,
he asked you to be his girlfriend?
Yes,
or
he did ask for a relationship.
How long into the show?
He asked me early week 2.
Okay.
In week 1, he said more than friends. In week 2, he was clear on what he wanted.
And what did you say?
I was like, okay.
So you thought you were in something serious?
I'm locked up in a place with people. Like, this is it. So I was, yes.
Okay.
This man was telling me that if it was me, if he was in my shoes, that beauty would not be disqualified.
Yes. We're itching to speak, and I wanted to hear all of this parts because let's start with what Beauty has said now. First up, you asked her that you wanted something serious, yes or no?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Okay, and she accepted.
Yeah.
Because the narrative has always been that you were not in a relationship anyways, which is why the question I asked about moving on quickly came up. Because the belief was that, well, they were nothing serious anyways. So you guys were in a relationship.
Yeah, but I wasn't really sure whether I'd get into a situation whereby I'll start second guessing if maybe her reasons for that was strategic, and at the same time I just decided that I needed to trust myself. So it was just me looking after myself, just making sure that I don't get into something that I'll be like, whoa, what's happening? And obviously we know how the relationship went down the line and all that. And what kind of made it difficult for me was there were certain people, obviously the people that you have mentioned, the Bryans, the Khalid, the Kes, the Lebais, it kind of felt like with the whole situation, they literally just turned the whole thing around and just made it seem like as if I was at fault. Let's not forget that this is an adult that has the ability to make decisions. It's not like, oh, I was trying to swear anything. I came clean. I'm a real person. I didn't come with any game. I didn't come with anything. So it really hurt me when people started saying, because in the level 2 people started saying, oh, Groovy is trying to play, Groovy is this, Groovy is that, and that kind of even isolated me a lot from the group, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have seen me isolated at some point.
So what do you think they should have understood that they did it? Because from what Kes said,
I think honestly,
a lot of the perception from especially your level mates was the switch. And you said you saw a lot of things that Kes said. Maybe let's start with that. What did you see him say that hurt you?
First of all, Kes has no right to speak to me on what I should do in a relationship or not.
Why not?
Because They all watch the whole situation on phone. This is literally a lady that ended the relationship, body shamed me, and all these people were there, and they watched this whole thing on phone. Nobody, none of them came to be like, oh bro, what's like, how you feeling, what's happening? None of them.
Sorry, I have something to say.
None of them
I'm so sorry. I have
came.
something to say.
Let me talk, because you guys have been
Let him
talking
speak.
since. When all these things are laid, these are like abused, violated, body shamed, ended the relationship. Man, what right do you have to tell me that I should move on, I should not move on or not? You don't have any right, bro. This man was telling me that if it was me, that if it was in my shoes, that beauty wouldn't have been disqualified.
Yes.
Yes, this is the same beauty that had the alcohol issues. It started feeling like as if maybe Groovy had this savior complex, because I was literally always looking out for her, and that is the truth, which I stated like, yo, this thing is affecting you. Wow,
Look, please, I have to actually.
this thing is affecting you. And then what now happened? Because she has this thing about if we're having issues, she goes to complain, and that's why all these people were on her side. They just come to meet me. When we had the whole alcohol thing, she went to Brian. Brian came to me and was like, bro, you don't need to be forcing about this whole thing, because she said that I'm trying to be like her father. Like, bro, like what you saying? I mean, we're in a relationship.
Okay.
We're not here to, like, it was real for me, so like,
Okay.
I tried my best.
Okay. Fair enough. Kes, very quickly, so that we can hear Beauty. What did you want to say?
I've heard everything you said. For me, I felt like Groovy, it's not because I have anything against him in real life, but the show has ended. This is reality now. I felt Groovy did not take charge of the relationship. I felt we were just too quiet, just letting her do whatever, anything she wants to do. And like he said, if I was the one in a relationship with Beauty, I'm not sure she would have been disqualified.
Bro,
because,
you know the funny thing is that I asked you this question when you were on and on. I was like, bro, do you like this girl?
No, let me
because honestly, the reason why I didn't want to ask you that question is because you're married. But man, I saw the way you're moving. So it's like,
Can I talk?
so it's like, I was
Can I
like,
talk?
bro, do you like this girl?
Can
And
I
that's
talk?
why I asked you. I was like, bro, do you like this girl? Because I don't get why you were
I think it was
so
the
Can I,
on
did
and
you ask
on
me
about
that? Did you ask me that?
Yes.
200 video.
Ask me, bro.
I said it,
You
bro.
didn't ask me.
I said it.
I just want to get you to respond to what he said.
Yeah.
Because he said you guys saw the situation play out and went with one and not necessarily listened to him or saw his perspective.
Bro, like,
When I came to the house, I came to the house as a married man, right? There were certain things I couldn't do. So the only thing I could do, I could flirt, I could be very. So I felt like Groovy was feeling some kind of way, because maybe that's why he's saying now that if I had eyes for her, I didn't have any.
no, bro, you were never a competition. I'm just saying you like her. That's just important.
You came to see. It's very
Yeah,
important.
I'm just saying you like her, bro. I'm not saying you were competition. I'm not saying I felt threatened by you. I said you like her, but you were married. Obviously, that's why you couldn't leave.
So my point is, he wasn't. I don't have a beef with him. I'm saying it again.
I don't have.
Because like I wish everybody well in their lives. It was a show has ended, but since we are trashing it, I felt like it was too sneaky. Like he said, he used to call him Konima, and it was very obvious for us to see. If you say you're with this person, why not stay committed to this person? Sometimes you go and sleep in Leba's bed and stuff. You get.
Okay.
So it was very.
Brian, did you reach out to Group?
Everybody spoke about this thing. So this thing, like, bro, no offense, man, you the cap, man. You're
Bro,
cap,
what
man.
conversation
No offense,
did
bro,
we
like,
have?
this thing.
What conversation did we have?
Chill, bro, chill.
What conversation did we have? Because this whole
When I'm
this whole
talking, allow me
the word
speak now,
the
bro.
word
You don't
con-
send pay. You're
the
not
word
calm.
con
There's no
started
calm in
for
your blood.
you.
Relax, bro. Relax.
the word con started from you. So what conversation did we have?
Thank you.
Then that's what I'll get to now.
Thank you.
That's what I'll get to.
Make
You
your point.
cited something. You said Beauty came and met me and said something. And I came to you and spoke to you about it. And we had a conversation. Then I spoke to you about boundaries. I came and told you, bro, everybody is in your business. I don't know if you like that, but that does not make sense in an ideal relationship. Set boundaries, because it got to, like, the same person you're talking about, me and this babe argued. Like, when she went off on Ileba and she was, I sat down and I was like, bro, I don't know what you're doing, man, but of the conversations we've had, you came here for 100M, so I'm tuning into that with you. This thing is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. So the two parties we've spoken. So you don't get to come up here and be like, nobody reached out to come on, bro. We've had even in the new, even when we merged, we had seven. Guy, relax now.
I should not allow beauty to talk to you guys.
You're a man. You're in a relationship with a woman.
I don't get
set
like, I should not allow,
What is
so
this guy
wait, I
talking
shouldn't
about?
allow her to have conversations with you guys. Does that even make sense? We're in a confined space.
Okay.
We literally have ourselves to
All right,
talk about.
all right,
So what
all
do you
right.
expect?
Don't take accountability for that.
So what do you expect?
Cool. No wala.
He said I have an alcohol problem. Ruby, do you remember the last Saturday party? Who handed me the alcohol? Do you remember exactly what she said? I mixed my drink, I didn't mix yours. I will look after you. Please, am I lying?
I don't remember seeing that.
Okay. That's fine. Second, you called me abusive, you called me violent, you said
got evicted. Plus, when you got evicted, when you got disqualified, we actually found liquor in your drawer.
The liquor in my drawer was
found-
for Kali and Modela's birthday, which was the week before. I literally asked Big Brother to even give me a cake and a card. I was planning that birthday party with Brian. I left, and the only thing you had to say to everybody was that I was drinking when you knew that alcohol was for a party that we were planning.
I had no idea about that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Groovy, did my hair touch you that day? Be very honest with yourself. Please have a conscience. Was I removing my hair to hit you that day?
So you know.
When we are together in private, wait, let me land. Or when we are together in private, have I ever touched you or tried to be violent towards you or abuse you in any way whatsoever? The only thing I did that I apologized, and I will still apologize today because guess what? I'm more mature than you. Is the body shaming part. I said sorry on the show. In fact, I didn't even know that I body shamed you. Is that crazy? It was the next day that Side called me aside in the garden and said there was something you said. I said, what did I talk? He now told me, he said it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Then I was gauging him. When he went upstairs, I ran after him. Then I told him, please just talk. Because at that point too, I was also hurt, but I knew that I still had to say sorry for that. And I apologized to him on the show. I came out of the show. I still apologized. My first and only interview, I have never spoken about this. And if you want to say sorry to you now, I'll still say sorry. I'm sorry that I said that about you, Dubi. I'm mature, I can do that. But can you sit there and tell me that I was violent and abusive towards you?
Yes, you were.
Okay. I'll leave it with your conscience.
See, the events that led to your disqualification, Cynical, that is it.
It's okay.
The events that led to your
I will leave you with
there is no need.
conscience.
And also, your apology was not genuine.
My apology was not genuine.
It was
That's
not.
the thing. How do you know
It
if
was
it was
not.
genuine or not?
Because when Biggie played that video, like I was even scared because I was like, I'm waiting and do. I didn't even have I was high that night. I didn't even know where exactly. I was scared. I was like, did I do something to this girl? I had no idea. We watched the whole thing from her throwing her things on me to the mic thing. You're still not taking accountability for your actions.
No, I have never blamed you for anything that happened to me. What I'm trying to tell you, because guess what? Just like you said, I'm an adult. I should have watched my alcohol intake. I shouldn't have listened to you. I went on the show alone. And since I came out of this show, have I ever, for once, said Groovy is the reason why I left the show? I have owned up to my mistake.
You have?
Yes, I have. Multiple times I have. But just because I'm holding up to my mistake doesn't mean I sit here and you sit there and make it look like I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm saying. Or is it the times when I even told you, go and get to know every girl in this house from level 1 to level 2. If you're sure that it's me you still want, come back. Did we not have that conversation? How many times? Even the whole don't dance with this. You are having amnesia because I know you forgot the best part. When you stop dancing inside. You even started the whole don't dance with this. Am I lying?
I say I want to give so much timeline.
I just want you to talk.
I'm like,
what is happening here? So you say, let me just establish this, just so you know. I'm not pissed. I'm not even like this is not. To be honest, I didn't come here to even go into details of me and you. And I'll tell you why. I respected what we had. For the time that it was there, I acknowledged it. The mistake happened. See, guys, let me tell you, life is bigger than you and I. That was 2 weeks. 2 weeks cannot make up the rest of my life. Does that make sense? So if I'm sitting out here, I don't have anything to lose. This is almost 1 year after. I don't have anything to lose. I can look in the eye and say it. And if you're looking at me in the eye, you're still here capping shit, you're lying, trying to build. Don't do that. You know the biggest mistake I made? Talking to this boy that you do every night. That was the biggest mistake I made.
Okay.
Please, if you're watching this day for people, I don't ever talk to
a boy under the duvet because they cannot hear you. Ask her not to, they cannot hear you.
No wahala.
Since you said I had eye for the guy, you see this guy? I go date him. It's what may happen. She won't die if she died.
Phyna was a friend before you left the house.
Do I actually have to answer?
Yeah. Because it defines this switch up very strongly, and this switch up was a huge part of the season. So it's just a yes or no question. Was she a friend? Just a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Did you think Beauty was a friend? Would you have called her a friend in that 2 weeks? Because we saw the conversation. But to you, was she a friend?
I would say friends, but not friend. We were just, no, it's
You were
not that
friendly.
hard. Like, we were 3 girls in the room. So she was in the room, Amaka was in the room. So if there's anybody I would say was my friend in the house, I would say Amaka.
Okay.
So at that time, it was just